are now good for us to be in a we on the occasion of the launch of build-up activities by the ANC leading to celebrating 130 the African National Congress. The Secretary General of the ANC also flanked and accompanied by the Executive Committee as well as the which is the ANC. You will speak to yourself types of activities that we're going to be embarking, so giving you a sense of the history of January. Should expect takes place on the 11th of January. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, so represented here by Jabum, the Secretary of the Provincial Chairperson is with the regional region of the region, which is the host region, Western Cape. The 8th of January 1920, we celebrate 10 years with the rain culminating in the main January, which will take place at Mandela on Saturday, January the 11th. Mandela Park is the area so that you can see for yourself. Somebody so we said before you write your article with acclamation, what is the
national yes, January 8th state a province with a struggle against colonialism, slavery, against colonialism, slavery, and apartheid. President of the ANC, Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, our 8th statement said program state of the movement path. The tradition of movement began in 1972 as after the founding of the leadership of ANC founding statement, and I quote, after the festivities, activities and holidays marking the end of the year and the beginning of the next, the leaders of the African people converged in Bloemfontein on January 8, 1912 to found the African nation, the African National Congress, to become one people and to continue their centuries-old struggle against whites as one black people. That spoke and acted through the African National Congress, which established on that day, concretized the existence of this nation and gave it form and character. The January 8 statement in 1972 was a clarion call to intensify the fight against apartheid at the height of repression, when the enemy thought we were broken. The ANC declared with militant clarity, I quote, "We are unbroken, we are undeterred, we are advancing," close quote. We repeat these words today. As the ANC faces the challenge of rebuilding and renewal, we are unbroken, we are undeterred, and we are advancing forward. This tradition of reflecting on the ANC's past and charting the course for the future has continued uninterrupted since then. The January 8 statement has historically been a unifying call to action, addressing the nation's challenges and inspiring our people toward a better tomorrow. The January 8 statement of 1990, delivered at the height of apartheid regime's collapse, remains a significant milestone. It articulated the uncompromising position of the ANC on apartheid and urgent need for transformation. Our rejection of apartheid system has always been and remains uncompromising. The system is a crime against humanity. The people demand that it must be eradicated in its entirety, and that is non-negotiable. These words were a rallying cry for the final push to dismantle. These words were a rallying cry for the final push to dismantle apartheid and establish a democratic South Africa. Principles that remain at the heart of the ANC's mission today. As we commemorate 113 years, we reflect on our significant contributions to South Africa's liberation. The ANC led the struggle against colonialism and apartheid, resulting in the democratic breakthrough of 1994. However, we also acknowledge the challenges that remain, particularly the enduring legacies of structural economic apartheid, unemployment, poverty, and inequality. The January 8 statement serves as an opportunity to reflect on our history, reaffirm our commitment to the people of South Africa, and set clear tasks for the year ahead. This year's celebrations are hosted in the Western Cape, a province that embodies the dual legacies of oppression and resistance. It was at this point of colonial dispossession in 1652 and remains a province deeply affected by the inequalities entrenched by apartheid. However, the Western Cape is also home to a rich history of resistance. From the early political formations, such as the African People's Organization in 1902, to the establishment of the United Democratic Front in 1983, the people of this province have been at the forefront of the fight for justice. Icons such as Sisi Gool, Ray Alexander, Philip Khosana, Basil February, Ashley Creel, Dennis Goldbeck, and many others played a pivotal role in the liberation movement. Their sacrifices and contributions inspire our continued struggle for a non-racial and non-sexist and prosperous South Africa. Challenges they face: the ANC aims to improve the lives of people who have been neglected in the Western Cape. As we celebrate the ANC's anniversary, we look ahead to several critical milestones. Over the past 30 years of democratic rule under the leadership of the ANC, South Africa has consistently upheld its position as one of the largest, most industrialized, technologically advanced, and diversified economies on the African continent. Under the leadership of the ANC, transformative laws continue to be in place, signed into law by President Cyril Ramaphosa on 13th September 2024. The Bella Act marked a significant step in transforming the education sector and unlocking the potential to improve access to quality education in South Africa, despite opposition from the DA and others. Energy security in South Africa has taken a dramatic turn, with significant investments in renewable energy, infrastructure upgrades, and improved energy management strategies. Load shedding, once a distinctive feature of the nation's energy struggles, is now a thing of the past thanks to the implementation of the Energy Action Plan. The ANC acknowledges that the driving force of economic stability lies in the country's consistent power supply. After years of mismanagement and corruption, the South African Airways is now debt-free, reporting a positive equity of 4.7 billion. Additionally, the Airports Company South Africa, AXA, has achieved a significant milestone, posting a 472 million profit for the 2023-2024 financial year. These accomplishments signal a recovery and demonstrate the positive shift towards financial stability and growth for SOEs. In line with our 2017 National Conference resolution, we decisively ended state capture, dismantled criminal networks, appointed capable leaders in capable agencies, restored the efficiency of institutions like SARS, established the Investigating Directorate to tackle corruption and strengthen anti-money laundering laws. The Special Investigating Unit, SIU, has saved South African government 8 billion rand in 2023-2024 financial year. This includes 2.28 billion rand in recoveries and 2.32 billion rand in prevented losses through the cancellation of irregular contracts. Key recoveries include 710 million from Transnet, 500 million from Eskom, and 191 million from NSFAS. Additionally, the SIU conducted lifestyle audits and made 583 criminal referrals to the National Prosecuting Authority, driving efforts to hold individuals accountable and safeguard public funds. South Africa's democracy continues to be strengthened and built through an independent judiciary, freedom of the press, media, and a robust parliament. These pillars, established post-1994, continue to uphold democratic values and accountability despite ongoing challenges. South Africa's role as the chair of the G20 positions us as a global leader in addressing critical economic, social, and geopolitical challenges. By assuming this leadership role, South Africa gains an opportunity to influence international policy, advocate for the priorities of the Global South, and promote sustainable development on a global scale. As we head into the next 30 years, we remain determined to achieve even more for the people of South Africa, firmly committed to realizing the goals set out on the National Development Plan. These milestones reaffirm our commitment to the principles of the National Democratic Revolution and the pursuit of a better life for all. In the lead-up to the January 8 rally, the ANC will host a series of commemorative and celebratory activities. The ANC Youth League Peter Mokaba Memorial Lecture, reflecting on his contribution to the liberation struggle and the ANC's renewal agenda, will take place. A visit to Robben Island, honoring the sacrifices of freedom fighters who endured imprisonment for the cause of liberation. Wreath-laying ceremonies in recognition of the sacrifices of departed comrades who played significant roles in the struggle and in building our democratic society. Regional cake-cutting ceremonies symbolizing unity and renewal of the African National Congress. Reclaiming of the night walk and candlelight event to promote peace and security in our communities and talk about gender-based violence and the criminality. The launch of the new ANC membership system, signaling progress in the modernization of our movement. More than the system launching, this will be the launch of the new ANC membership card that will signify improvement in the ANC membership system. Recognition of ANC branches and cadres through awards for best performing branches and acknowledgement of those deserving of Istwalandwe or Siaparangwe. These activities are designed to deepen our connection with the people, reflect on our movement's history, and prepare for the road that lies ahead. Together, they demonstrate the ANC unchanging commitment to unity, renewal, and service. As we celebrate 113 years of the ANC, we remain guided by the principles of unity, renewal, and service. This anniversary is a moment to reflect on our achievements, confront our challenges, and recommit ourselves to the vision of a non-racial, democratic, and prosperous South Africa. The ANC dips its revolutionary banner in honor of Comrade Joe Slovo and his dedication to the struggle against apartheid. Comrade Joe Slovo was a tireless leader, visionary theorist, and stalwart of the South African Communist Party. He made invaluable contributions as a leader of the African National Congress and a commander in its military wing, Umkhonto weSizwe. His commitment to the oppressed people of South Africa left an enduring legacy. We extend our deepest gratitude to his family and the progressive Jewish community for sharing his life and sacrifices with the cause of liberation. His memory will continue to inspire generations in the fight for equality. The president of the ANC, Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa, will deliver a message of support at today's 30th commemoration of the life and times of Comrade Joe Slovo in Johannesburg. Thank you very much. Ndiyabulela.
Thank you, SG. I can see their ANC members, they are clapping at a press briefing. So thank you very much. I'm told that we are having sound challenges by our viewers at home. So we're going to try, I'm going to ask that we all try and speak loudly. We're trying to sort that matter out, but it is windy in Cape Town this morning. So let's make do with what we have. I'm going to take questions from yourselves, colleagues, members of the media. We will take a round, and then the Secretary General will respond. Can I see it? I'll start from this end, from my left. Bloomberg, I see my sister over there at the back, and here. Can I start with the first three? Please go ahead.
Hi, Cde Fikile Mbalula from Bloomberg. This evening the NEC will be meeting. Could you please give us an idea of what's on the agenda and what will be discussed this evening?
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Good morning. Nice to hear from you too. SG, you briefly touched on the issue of capacity. You said you read somewhere that one wrote about 2,000 in terms of capacity. When it comes to the permits that has been granted by the city, how many people can the stadium actually hold?
Thank you very much. I go to the third colleague over there.
SGI, Abel from the SABC. I was in Khayelitsha yesterday with the Deputy President, and I spoke to some people on the sidelines, ANC supporters. And I mean, you spoke about the role that the Western Cape played in the fight against apartheid. And many of the people I spoke to said that they feel forgotten. And I asked them what they think the ANC should do in the province to regain ground. And they spoke about more visibility. Now, I know you are going to be very visible this month, but I mean, this is what ANC members in the the Western Cape have said that they feel forgotten and they feel that there's no visibility from leadership here. And then the other question, also it's a capacity question. You touched on it, but you never explained why this field. Is it because you're not expecting lots of people? And I see your comrade on Twitter, Tony Ngeni, is also, I don't know if it's sarcastic or facetious remark, but he's also raised the issue of capacity and why the ANC chose this specific venue. We're not expecting lots of people.
Thank you very much. I'm going to take two hands here, and then the SG will respond to that round. Do we have anybody here? If not, yourself, my sister, proceed.
You touched on education, as ANC will be celebrating 113 years here in the Western Cape this year. We are going to have more than 4,000 teachers that are going to lose their jobs. Is ANC doing anything about that?
All right, thank you very much. I'm going to leave it at that. We are going to have a second round of questions, but the SG will respond to these ones for now. SG?
Thank you very much. The NEC agenda is going to be January 8 statement adoption, which have been processed by the officials yesterday. The NEC today at 4 o'clock will process that. And it's a special NEC which will take place at Cape Town in terms of the message the president will deliver on behalf of the NEC, but the entire membership of the African National Congress here at Mandela Park. So that's the only issue on the agenda, unless if people pitch and then propose any other business. But that is the only issue. Capacity of the stadium from the stadium management. This place, it's a park. It is 22,000. 22,000. The stadium next door, which is the stadium, is not usable because it has got disaster challenges in terms of the stands and so on. And for once, we want to thank the City of Cape Town for good collaboration with us in terms of making it possible for us to host a rally here. We didn't have a first and second choice. We took a deliberate decision as part of the rebuilding of the ANC that we need to connect with our people. And then we need to go where people are. And Khayelitsha is the biggest constituency of the ANC in the Western Cape. You are right, our people feel forgotten and their spirits have been dampened. That is the open truth. And we are here to say to them, your movement, the African National Congress, will never forget you. The ANC is your movement. And we know that the Western Cape government have forgotten you. They have not, in fact, forgotten you. They have abandoned you. And up until the ANC is in power and pursues the transformation agenda of ensuring that we bring about a better life to all our people in terms of our policies, we will never abandon them. And that is why we have chosen this 22,000 open field, which will be filled to capacity. There will be 2 tents erected here, and so on. Tony Ngeni is nothing else but a political Casanova. And he is spewing vagrant political views and views that are embraced by a few malcontents who are opposed to the ANC. He will be charged. I have informed him through an SMS. I called him. We will charge him. We'll bring him before the disciplinary processes of the ANC so that he explain himself in terms of his membership of the ANC. Not this statement, many other statements he has made. We will charge him and bring him before the disciplinary committee of the African National Congress. And that's what is going to happen. The discipline in the ANC is important. I've seen other people on Twitter every day when they have taken something 2 a.m., leaders of the ANC tweeting things that bring the ANC into disrepute. They too will be attended very soon. They will be attended very soon. There's nothing wrong about raising views and raising ideas. But to attack the organization, cast aspersions on the leadership of the ANC will not be tolerated. They will be brought to book, they will be brought to discipline. We will discipline them. And we are aware that some provinces have decided to ignore ill discipline as provincial leaderships of the ANC. And it falls on the national leadership to basically bring people who bring the organization into disrepute to order. Tony Engeni, Obed Bapela will be charged this year by the ANC disciplinary hearing. And others who are almost drunk, early hours tweeting and all of that, they too will be attended very soon. They will be attended very soon. The time to talk and not discipline people who bring the organization into disrepute are over. And I'm saying it deliberately that Tony Engeni is a political Casanova and an ill-disciplined member of the ANC. He's very ill-disciplined. He always tweets, support everything about Umkhonto Wesizwe. He thinks he's a law unto himself. We will never allow that. Casanovas and their place will be brought to book. And that is what it is. And if you want the deepest meaning of Casanova, consult Oxford Dictionary about it. People feel forgotten. Yes, people feel forgotten. People feel forgotten. And that's why we have come to the Western Cape in Khayelitsha. We've got nothing to prove to anybody. To go to stadiums, fill them up. We've got everything to prove to our people. And people here in Khayelitsha, as we talked to them in the churches yesterday, we talked to them in the streets, they are very much happy. And they tell us their stories. They don't have land. They don't have houses. They don't have ablution facilities. They are regarded as refugees here in the Western Cape. They are in fact described as refugees here in the Western Cape. In Khayelitsha and Gugulethu, in Philippi, in Mitchell's Plain, in Bonta Yevel, our people are regarded as refugees in their own country, in their own province. We are not just here to rekindle. They tell us that they've got needs and they need our support. ANC indigent policies implemented countrywide are not implemented here in the Western Cape. Indigent policy that ensures that they've got access to free basic services like water and electricity. Older people are expected here in the Western Cape to be like people who are full-time employed. And yet our policy of indigent policy excludes them in terms of ensuring that they have access to free basic opportunities. Here in the Western Cape, they don't have access to such. So coming to Khayelitsha and coming to Mandela Park is to reconnect, but is to also communicate a message to our people, which we expect our provinces should do. It's nice and good to go to bigger stadiums, fill them up, and all of that. We have done it before. This place will be full to capacity. One journalist said that this place takes 2,000 people. It's not true. It takes 22,000. We announced to you last year already in Johannesburg that we are going to Khayelitsha. And it is not the first time the ANC hold a rally in the open field. Between 2002 and 2003, the ANC January 8 statement was delivered by President Thabo Mbeki outside Tumtata in the open field. Open field, like this. And that's what we are doing. And ANC registered 2/3 majority. Now, we've got nothing to prove to anybody. We have come here to reconnect with our people. We regard a question like, why don't you go to DHL and Athlone as mischievous question. It's deliberate. It's promoted like Casanovas like Tony Ngeni, who on any occasion will attend Rupert King's plate event that takes place every January 8. And he wants to give us a lecture about connecting with the people. He has never been on the ground, mobilizing our people in support of the African National Congress. He has never done that. So, Tony Ngeni's remarks will be dealt with accordingly with many others that he has made over the past time. I called him this morning. I informed him over WhatsApp message that I'm going to charge him as the ANC for his misbehavior. That's what is going to happen. Obed Bapela is going to be charged for distorting ANC policy and going to Morocco and doing things there that are an ANC. So they will be charged, including those who verbose things on social media early hours of the morning, bringing the ANC in disrepute. We will charge them. Who proclaim that they are not cowards. We want people who are not cowards in the fight in the revolution, not cowards who fight ANC battles, who are not cowards fighting ANC battles here. We want people to be in the forefront of defending the revolution and making it a point that the ANC come back stronger. Political issues and organizational matters will be addressed in the organization. We are not for the retrenching of teachers and teachers losing their jobs. The same as we fought and ensured that the Bella Bill is signed, we will fight alongside the trade union SATU to ensure that teacher jobs are secured under our government. Even here in the Western Cape, if it means we must take to the streets, we must do that. That's what we need to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Secretary General. I want to check if there's any follow-up question. Do I take it that you are all covered, members of the media? Okay, well, please come forward. And as she is coming forward, let me also indicate that we are available for the one-on-ones immediately after this, and as well as we move to the National Executive Committee meeting taking place this afternoon at 4 o'clock at Cape Sun. Go ahead, my sister.
Thank you, ma'am. Esther, I forgot one thing. As you mentioned that ANC is still unbroken. I forgot to ask, is it going to still be unbroken even though SACP is no longer part of it?
Yes, G?
The SACP decision will be reflected upon by the National Executive Committee. We have cautioned against that. We've got no joy in such a decision. We know very well that the decision for the SACP to contest elections on its own will weaken the alliance. It will weaken the National Democratic Revolution. We don't want that to happen. We've got an appointment with the SACP. They've gone to their Congress. They've taken decisions. They will brief us about the decisions they've taken. And we respect the Communist Party as an independent political formation in the alliance and a vanguard leader of the working class. And for sure, they've got reasons why they've taken those decisions, as the ANC will want to avoid that calamity. We will want to avoid that calamity. We will speak to our allies and understand where they come from and how we can find each other. We don't want the Communist Party to go it alone. We are against that. And we have expressed that right from the onset. But we are not going to argue with the party in the media. We'll engage as agreed in a bilateral, including on a whole range of issues that they've raised with us, that they are critical of us about, and that's what is important. Any other question? You need any other language? I must repeat everything I've said, including Tony Ngeni, on another language.
You can summarize it. Konalana SG, it's fine.
No, I will
So
do
it's
it.
on the side.
Yeah. No, thank you. No questions. Thank you very much. Yes? One of our base support is Khayelitsha, and our people did not come out in numbers to vote. Coming here is to address that. Our province here in the Western Cape had other ideas. They wanted us to go to Poland Stadium and so on. We said Khayelitsha. So, of course, for the right reasons why they wanted us to go to Poland, because Poland, they've got a stadium, they've got a good stadium, ablution facilities. If you look around here, it's an open field. We're going to flatten that zone. So this place takes 22,000 people. We said we're going to Khayelitsha. We are not going to Poland, we are not going to DHL, we are not going to Athlone. Despite the fact that Athlone itself was occupied with Kapse Klopse, the Tweede Nivejar, and then DHL and all of that, rugby. The city did not disagree for us to occupy any of the stadiums. The National Executive Committee took a deliberate decision to come to Khayelitsha. So disabuse yourself of this notion that it's a smaller stadium, there's no money. We don't have money. We're not a rich political party. We declare. Other people hold rallies, you don't even ask them where do they get money. There are new political parties, say they've got wealth, man. They've got money. We don't have money as the ANC. You know our problems. Our problems are mainly when it comes to finances. We struggle to pay our staff. Our majority has been reduced, which affect our finances. We came here not because we can't afford. We can afford even going anywhere else with the support of anyone and so on. But we chose to come here. So disabuse yourself about the fact, why do we go to Khayelitsha? Even our provinces after here, it's a question I need to answer. Are we transporting people? We are not transporting people. And I saw a distorted headline that we're not paying. We have never paid for people from outside in the hosting province to come to the rally. For record. This place will be filled by Khayelitsha people. We will transport everybody in the Western Cape and in and around Khayelitsha to come here. That's what we're going to do. But we are not transporting anyone outside Cape Town. Otherwise, Cape Town is very far. Very far. That's why we have said to our members, stay where you are. Don't come to Cape Town. We don't want people to have fatalities on the road, buses, long distances and all of that. They love their movement. Those who can afford to come to Cape Town will fly in, they will come. But we don't encourage them to come. We don't want them here. We are fine with Nditini and the provincial secretary here, Neville. And of course, is JJ around now? Or the provincial chair, JJ. They can tell you themselves. They will fill this place. Yes. It's not a problem. They will fill it up. And our structures are quite enthused here in the Western Cape. They are very much looking forward to this. Yes, other provinces want to come. They are going to come. They can come. But look, we can't ask comrades Gauteng, as far as Limpopo, Musina, to get into a bus and come to Khayelitsha. No, it will be irresponsible of us to do that. So we are here at Mandela Park, and it's going to be Mandela Park early in the morning, filled to capacity, and the president will deliver the message of support. You are invited to all our activities. And if you want to follow up on the press conference and ask follow-up questions, ask Mahlengi. She's the spokesperson. She will delegate anyone who wants to speak. If you want to speak to our leaders, Mahlengi will direct them. Deputy President, Deputy SGs and all of that. I'm not the spokesperson of the ANC. I'm the Secretary General. And I chose to be SG and I was elected overwhelmingly in a conference. And otherwise I will be spokesperson. So PRO of the ANC is Mahlengi. She's the one you must call. Of course, when you want me, as you always demand, I'm available. But my boss, when it comes to that, is Mahlengi. What I'm doing now, I'm communicating decisions of the ANC. That's my job as the chief spokesperson in the constitution of the ANC. That's what I do. Communicate decisions of the ANC. There will be an NEC meeting today to finalize the statement. And then if there's any need for me to communicate decisions out of that meeting, we'll do so. President Ramaphosa Matamela is in Gauteng today. He will be with you throughout the week. Deputy President Mashatile, first DSG, second DSG, TG. Mahlengi will tell you where they will be. And all of us on the ground. And we really thank you for your support because you help us to communicate and give us a platform. Even though sometimes your questions are irritating, but we understand. We do understand you. You are the media. You are independent. You are not controlled by us. And don't be deterred by us when we feel irritated. But you ask questions because you don't make us a favor. And you ask us very questions that we think shouldn't be asked, like, what is the capacity of this stadium? It's fine, but it's okay. We answer 22,000. But we answer everything and so on. So we thank you for your support, ladies and gentlemen of the media, in the sun, and for being with us on the ground and covering us all the time. We really thank you. We understand the freedom of the press, and that's what you are. As a movement, for us to communicate our ideas and platforms, you really give us a platform to do that. Thank you very much. Ungubani wena? Wantoni? Hayi, oyiphi newspaper? Hayi ke.
Just a sec. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Members of the media, one or two quick announcements before Themba takes over. The first one is accreditation. I trust that we've all complied with accreditation for the main rally. And secondly, look out for the media advisory about all our activities for the rest of the week. They are in your inbox on the ANC mailing list. And lastly, that we are meeting yourselves later at Cape Sun ahead of the Special National Executive Committee. As the SG has already indicated, thank you very much for coming through. We are adjourned.
Can we do the one-on-one?
Yeah. Let's do the one-on-ones.
But you must stay there.
Yeah. No, it will be one-on-one.
No, but we want to send an eye-line for other language.
For other languages.
They want to take, please not, okay, it's fine, it's
But
fine.
you must remain if they could do it then closer.
I'll turn it back.
Can I go like this? SG in mother tongue, please. What do you say to the people who are complaining that they feel forgotten and unseen by the ANC? How are you going to regain their trust and faith in the province?
Siziva sichulumancile kule njikalanga apha eMandela Park eKhayelitsha. Singumbutho sithathe isigqibo sokuthi masizobhiyozela i-113 years yombutho apha eKhayelitsha. Siyavuma abantu bakuthi banalento banayo yokuthi ngathi balahliwe. Balahliwe apha. Abanakekelwa, abathandwa urhulumente we-DA. Thina singumbutho ithemba labo, umbutho wabo abawuthandayo. Babona nathi ngathi hayi sibalahlile. Kungangoko ke sithathe isigqibo sokuthi masize apha